Hi guys, this is another Walking Dead Q&A video. This is number 7 leading up to episode 9. The first question is from Shark Skull. He says, what do you think The Walking Dead would be like if Shane was still alive? That's a really interesting question. It is going to be a little difficult to explain exactly what would have happened because it is 4 seasons after his death. So, first off, I want to say that Shane probably wouldn't have taken the governor's shit. I think he would have just been reckless and gotten a lot more people killed than Rick did. Rick, I think, tried to solve it as much as possible, but at the end he had to fight against him. But Shane, I think, would have left Glenn and Maggie behind when Merle took them. I don't think he cares too much about people. The only people he cares about is Carl and Lori, so everyone else I think he's just gonna leave behind. At the same time, I feel that Shane would probably not bring people into the group like Rick did. At one point he started recruiting people, going to find people like Daryl and Aaron. I think if Shane was around, he wouldn't allow that. I think he would have just stayed with the small group like he has right now. And at the same time, I feel like if Shane was around, Carol would be a lot different than she is now. A big reason, in my opinion, why Carol's the way she is now is because of Rick. Rick pushed her that way anyway, so it made her stronger as a character. And if Shane was around, I think that would have been gone. Probably Carol would have been killed just because of Shane. If Shane was around, I don't think he would have allowed Abraham, Rosita, and Eugene to join the group. And at the same time, I don't think he would go to Washington. I think he would go somewhere else, like Fort Benning, he said. He wouldn't allow Morgan into the group. They wouldn't have gone to Alexandria at all. I think they would have gone somewhere else because Shane wanted to go somewhere else initially anyway, and Rick was more open to suggestions from different people, and Shane, I think, is stubborn enough to not listen to people. I think he's just going to do whatever he wants, and that's it. The story would definitely drastically change a lot because Shane and Rick are different people, and it's interesting because currently on the show, Rick is exactly like Shane was. In the beginning, Shane was ahead of his time, so to speak, because he was the one that saw everything coming, and Rick was like the good guy type of character, and now he's like an anti-hero. He's not completely good, he's not completely bad, but he understands what Shane was coming from now because this is how the world was from the beginning, and Shane saw that, but Rick didn't. And Carol saw that. That's why Carol's the way she is now. But definitely the show would be a lot different if Shane was around, to answer your question. But I think those are the major plot points that would change. I think Shane would either get most people killed or he would just go or something like that. Because like I said, he only cares about Lori and Carl. So everyone else is basically screwed if Shane was around. I think more people would be dead by now. Hopefully I answered your question, and thanks for the question. The next question is safest characters. Okay, I've gone over this before, but quickly, I'm gonna say that Rick, Carol, Michonne, Carl, Judith are the safest characters right now. There's others, I can say Glenn and Maggie, but I'm not gonna say that just because everyone else seems like they're in danger right now, especially Daryl. Normally, I would say Daryl's the safest character, but in this season, he seems like he's the more likely to die. But those are the safest characters right now. Another one I could put on there is Sasha, just because I don't see them killing her off. She's actually becoming a really awesome character. She is taking Andrea's storyline, so I kind of feel that she's safe for now. She's really a cool character at this point. And another one, maybe Abraham, but like I said, it's tricky. The safest characters are those 6 characters: Carol, Rick, Carl, Judith, Sasha, and Michonne. Everyone else, I feel that they're in danger right now. So thanks for the question. The next 3 questions are Star Wars related, okay? Okay, the first one is Rey Luke's daughter, Han Solo's daughter, or Snoke's daughter? George Lucas, when he originally wanted to make this franchise, he said that the first 3 movies would be about Luke Skywalker, the prequels would be about Vader, and he said that the next 3 would be about the Skywalkers. And I think that is actually happening in the movie just because we got confirmation Kylo Ren is the grandson of Vader. So he is a Skywalker. Luke Skywalker obviously is a Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker is Vader. Princess Leia and Han Solo are Kylo Ren's parents. And since Rey's in the mix, throughout the movie she says that her parents abandoned her, and she's been waiting all her life to see them again. So I'm just going to say that she's Luke's daughter. I think that makes the most sense because we don't know much about Snoke. That is a possibility as well, but I don't think it's realistic because we don't know anything about him. and it is possible to see a big reveal at the end when we do see Snoke. But I'm gonna say that Luke is the more likely choice, because Han Solo, when he saw Rey, it wasn't like a reaction of him being her dad or anything. It wasn't like that. And the same thing goes with Princess Leia. I think it makes more sense for Luke to... Okay, the next question is, who's your favorite character after watching episode 7? I gone over this as well. My favorite new character is Rey, and my favorite old character from the old cast is Han Solo. So Rey's my favorite character right now. So thanks for the question. The next one's from Lowno Gamer. He says, do you know that in China on the posters of Star Wars they took off Poe? Check it out and do a review. I think the reason they did this is because China's a different country overall, and they could do whatever they want. They could promote the movie however they want. They could do any posters that they want, any merchandise, anything like that. I think overall China just decided not to put him on there just because they thought that maybe he was an more important character than everyone else. In the movie he was there. I think Finn had a bigger role than Poe did. Poe did move the story along though. He was a big part of the story because he was the one that started the whole map Luke Skywalker thing, and that's where the movie started and that's where it finished, so it was because of him. But to answer your question, the reason I think China just took him off the poster is because they decided not to promote him as a big character or anything, because they do have say over what they want to show and what they don't. They maybe felt that Poe wasn't a big enough character for the posters, or they just decided to do something different. But they do have different promotions out there, and they have different restrictions of what they can and can't show. China's very different, and also they were the last people to see the movie. So I'm not sure exactly why they did it, but I think those are the big reasons why I think they did it. The big reason maybe being that they just decided not to put him on there and just to promote the movie differently. So hopefully I answered the question. I'm sorry for not going into more detail with this question. It's a different country. They have different choices and restrictions and everything. So hopefully, like I said, I answered your question, and thanks for the question. This will be the final question. This one's Z Nation related. Top 5 favorite Z Nation characters. Number 5, I'm going to say 10K. Just because he is a sharpshooter of the group, he's really awesome to watch. He's really fun. Number 4 is going to be Addie. She's a really strong female character. We got that flashback from her a couple episodes ago, and it was really fun to see where she came from, how she met Mac and everything. And she's one of my favorite characters right now, definitely. But for my top 5, she's number 4. Number 3 is Doc. He's a really awesome character, really funny and everything. He's the doctor of the group. He's older and everything, but he's really fun to watch. Between him and Murphy, the show's really fun. I think because of his presence, it makes the show a lot more enjoyable and everything, because everything he does, the Z-Weed stuff and everything he does. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Warren. Warren, another strong female character. She was in the military. She's a sergeant, so she's used to being the leader of the group. She has that burden on her back and everything. A pretty cool character. We don't really know too much about her yet, besides that flashback we got of her being a sergeant. She's really serious, but at the same time, she's a really fun character to watch. Number 1, it's obvious. I think most of you will agree with me when I say it. It's Murphy. He's one of the best characters in this show. He's the protagonist, I want to say. He's really fun. He's turning into a zombie. He can control zombies. He does everything else in between. He's really funny. He has a lot of comedy to him. He doesn't really care about everybody else, but at the same time, he's really a fun character to watch. Like I said, between him and Doc, the show's more enjoyable, and I think if he wasn't involved, the show wouldn't be what it is today. I know it's not really the best show, but it is a comedy type of zombie apocalypse show, and it's a really fun show. So that's my list. Number 5, 10K. Number 4, Addie. Number 3, Doc. Number 2, Warren. And number 1, Murphy. So that's it for this Q&A. If you like this video, please thumb it up below. If you want to support the channel, please share and favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, you want to get the latest Walking Dead news, reviews, and predictions, please subscribe. That's it for this video. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching.